Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the most complex machine in the known universe. Yep, I'm talking about your brain. We're going to break down the incredible cognitive machinery that powers your everyday thoughts, and we'll start with something that feels, well, incredibly simple.
Just think about it for a second. You're walking down the street, you see a friend, you smile, and maybe you suggest grabbing a coffee. It all feels so instantaneous, totally automatic, completely effortless, right? But in reality, what's happening in that single moment is this breathtaking symphony of complex mental processes, all firing in perfect harmony.
So to really understand what's going on, we're going to put that simple moment right under the microscope. By deconstructing this one little hello, we can start to see the hidden architecture of your mind and the fundamental toolkit it uses for, well, every single thing you do.
Okay, so here's the thing you have to get. Your brain doesn't just react to the world, it actively constructs your reality. And to do that, it deploys this set of core tools to make sense of everything. And it all happens in a flash, way before you're even consciously aware of it.
It all kicks off with your senses, of course. Light hits your retina, sound waves into your ear. But this is not just some passive reception. This is perception. Your brain is actively taking all that raw, messy sensory data and organizing it, transforming these abstract patterns of light and sound into the coherent, recognizable image of your friend.
Right on cue, your attentional networks kick into high gear. I mean, the street is probably noisy, crowded, full of distractions. But your brain lets you just zoom right in, dedicating your mental resources to what's important, your friend, while filtering out all that other irrelevant background noise. Think of it like your brain's own built-in spotlight.
And instantly, you're accessing these vast archives of memory. You see their face, and boom, your episodic memory fires up, recalling shared experiences. That's my friend. You hear the word coffee, and your semantic memory activates, giving you the general knowledge of what coffee even is. It's this seamless blend of personal history and just plain old facts.
And then you've got to make a decision. Suggest coffee? Now, your brain rarely sits down to do a full pros and cons analysis. Instead, it uses these incredibly efficient mental shortcuts, what we call heuristics. It just quickly concludes, hey, we always have fun, let's do it. It's way faster and, honestly, most of the time, it's just as effective as some slow, deliberate calculation.
But this whole interaction is so much more than a simple input-output calculation. This is where we get into the truly fascinating stuff, the higher-level functions that take a simple recognition and turn it into a meaningful human connection. See, you don't just see your friend as an object moving through space. You instantly start to build a model of what's going on inside their head. This absolutely remarkable ability is called theory of mind. It's the understanding that other people have minds, beliefs, and feelings all their own.
You see them smile, right? But your brain is already running all these little simulations. Is that a genuinely happy smile, or are they just being polite? Do they maybe look like they're in a rush? Your brain is constantly trying to guess their internal state so you can figure out what to do next. That's your theory of mind working overtime.
And underlying all of this is the great mystery itself, consciousness. We're not just talking about processing information like a computer. We're talking about the subjective, first-person experience of it all. The feeling of the sun, the sound of their voice, the warmth of that connection. That's your unique personal reality.
And believe it or not, this single moment is drawing on even more. Your creativity might spark a funny story you want to share. Your language centers are busy forming the actual words to invite them. You might even do a little counterfactual thinking, a brief flash of, whoa, what if I'd missed them? All of these are hallmarks of some seriously advanced cognition.
So how in the world do we know any of this is happening? It's not like scientists can just, pop open a skull and see a decision or point to a memory. Instead, they have to build these really sophisticated models, these theoretical frameworks that help us map our vast and complex internal world.
And to do this, they use several really powerful approaches. For one, they build computational models that actually try to simulate thinking to predict how we'll behave. They also use what's called network science to map out all the intricate connections between our ideas. And yeah, they even use some pretty advanced mathematics to describe the precise flow and dynamics of thought itself.
Now, one of the most cutting-edge, almost science fiction ideas out there is the concept of a self-modeling network. So get this, it's a system that doesn't just create an internal model of the outside world. The crucial part is that it also creates a model of itself operating inside that world. This ability to model the self is a huge step toward understanding things like self-awareness.
So, how does this all come together into one complete, kind of mind-bending picture? Well, it turns out these functions aren't really separate things at all.
And here is the most important takeaway of all. Perception, memory, attention, even consciousness. They aren't separate tools in a box. They are one deeply interconnected and dynamic network, constantly adapting, communicating, and working together to produce your seamless, unified experience of reality.
So that simple hello on the street? It's not simple at all, is it? It's the end product of an absolutely astonishing and elegant system honed by millions of years of evolution. And as we get closer to actually mapping these intricate processes, it leaves us with a final, really profound thought to chew on. If we can understand the how of the mind, what does that really tell us about the why of what it means to be human?